What's going on, fellas? It's Fiasco, and we are back for another long-awaited Road to the Top 100. After taking some time off to put together our Chicago defensive ebook, we got bumped down quite a few spots, so we're like in the mid-200s right now. But we're back, and we expect to be in the top 100 in no time. Today's game was against a top 20 player some of you may recognize, so it will definitely be a tough matchup. I'm going to use the Seahawks. I've been using the Seahawks recently. I feel like I can adjust to anything thrown my way with them because of their versatile defense. Also, since I run Green Bay, they fit my scheme perfectly with the quality possession receivers, and they're quick. So I'm going to open up the game here in a quarters 3 deep as I always do. I'm going to lurk the middle with Wagner, and wow, first play of the game, I jumped the wheel route, picked them off with Wagner, off to a great start. Since I'm playing a top 20 player, you have to expect it all. I know manual rushes, onside kicks, blocks, field goals are all possibilities. I also have to expect some kind of decent offense because you don't get that high with an average game. So we both opened up the game with throws we'd like to take back. That was a foolish decision on my part to throw to Lynch there on the route. And he did come with 3-man rush last time, so I'm expecting something similar because he got quality results. And wow, he dropped back 10 into coverage. So max coverage D, this is why I like Green Bay. It's really good against max coverage D this set. I never have a trouble with it. The only time that I always have some sort of trouble is when I play an opponent who can mix in the blitz pretty well. So I got a quick gain off of that. I quickly no-huddled to the weak pro. I've done a tip on this play, and I do run it still because I still think it's effective, and I got a quick 7 off that play action. The weak pro is a very underrated set in my opinion because you have the dive, which is pretty good. You have the screen, then you have the play action. You can mix it in, make a nice little mini scheme out of it. So I'm going to sit in quarters 3 deep again on D this time. And he hits the wheel route on the left side. So the 5 wide is always a very difficult challenge to stop. So I shade my secondary out maybe to slowly stop it. I had to guard this tight end streak because if I didn't guard it, who was going to guard it? It was going to be a touchdown. Now he's cruising. He's no huddling the whole way down, so I'm just on my toes. Tried to send something there. It didn't really work. So now we're back to square one. Tie game. Now he brought a blitz, but I picked it up. Went to Tate over the middle. This is why I like Green Bay. Now I'm going to go back to the weak pro. I no huddled to this, just so you know. So I got that quick reception, no huddled. Wanted to run the ball quick just to make a manageable down. Now I'm just going to control the game. If he's going to have trouble stopping the run, that's what I'm going to do. So I 3 straight run plays. However, I got hit with a holding. So I noticed his last few times he was getting a little mad sitting in max coverage. So he brought a blitz. Even against that run play, I could tell he was set up for a blitz. So I did expect another blitz coming. Went to the wheel route quickly. Was able to pick up a lot of quick yards. Then I went to the screen. And if you don't have the screen in your game by now, it's February. It's January. And you don't still have it in your arsenal, whether you decide to buck the trend or whatever, you need to have it. It just changes the dynamic of your offense so much. And it's just a good play. And if it's going to help, you need to run it. The FL screen at a shotgun doubles. You can run it various different ways, but you need to have it. There, I tried a curl flat combo. I got lucky. Was lucky enough to thread the needle with Wilson. So 3rd and inches. Not gonna do anything crazy. I'm gonna go to a single back A stretch, pick up the first, and then we'll take it from there. Marshawn is always clutch in these situations. Could always count on him to even make the first guy miss. This is another reason why I like to use Seattle. So I went from the run to the screen. Now he knows he has to watch the screen. Max coverage. I was able to run. Like when you run the screen, you have to worry about the screen. You have to worry about the route, the streak to the tight end. You have to worry about a drag coming across the middle. You have to worry about a spy. There's so much to worry about in that one play that it's just foolish if you don't run it. That's my opinion. So this is a high octane offense that I run with Green Bay. It's very quick, no huddle. Get your guys to the line of scrimmage, run a play. Now I'm in this tight flex formation, something that I haven't run yet on him, so he caught him by surprise. I was able to get 7. So now I'm cruising on offense. Feel great on offense. So now I'm just going to run a standard max coverage, 2-man under with 2 purples. You know, your very standard defense. I'm also preparing for other things. I'm thinking he's going to throw other things my way, but I've just been getting the wheel route. So then I try to turn up the heat. I'm blitzing him now. I don't want him to sit comfortable. I blitzed him. 2nd and 20, I dropped him to max coverage because that's where I felt like I could have got a stop. He overthrew it. 3rd and 20, I blitzed him again to put the pressure on because I knew that he didn't have time to. If 3rd and 20, I knew he didn't have time to hit the wheel route. Then he went for it on 4th and 20. I got him. So I knew if I brought the pressure, if it's a long down and you really want to rush him, I'm a big advocate of sending pressure, for sure. So now my offense is cruising. I'm just going from that Green Bay formation to the screen. He's having trouble with the screen. And if he's having trouble, just keep running it till he can prove to you he can stop it. Then I'm going back to Green Bay, hitting all different routes over the field, whether it's a drag, I'm hitting a streak. Then I go back to the tight flex, but this time I bring my running back to the other side, go to another receiver, get a couple yards. You know, you're in the red zone, so you don't want to force anything. You want to take what you can get. Was lucky enough to score on the screen. It's a very safe call in the red zone. It's another reason why it's good. It's a safe call. You're not going to come across too many problems with it. I mean, worst case scenario, it gets blown up for like a loss of 2. I just want to add one quick thing about my offense before I continue on my defensive drive. I like to put a lot of audibles in my offensive arsenal that are good sets for a red zone, because you're going to find yourself, and I'm sure a lot of you are struggling in the red zone, so you want to give yourself a couple audibles that are strictly, I don't want to say strictly for the red zone, but sets that are more effective in the red zone than others, as opposed to like a 3-4 wide spread sets. Like, what are you going to run, a draw, then maybe a drag or whatnot? So I suggest putting in your offense like a couple plays that are good in the red zone, strictly for the red zone. And there, on that defensive drive, he was cruising. I was having trouble. I actually had my corner in a flat route there, knowing that he was going to do that. I thought Sherman would have picked it off. I even spotlighted him, but I didn't. He went for an onside kick early. I was able to recover it. So now I'm back on offense. I'm looking good on offense. I'm not really feeling like I'm going to get stopped. I feel like I have him where I want him. Now he's sitting in a super max coverage defense. My patience, sitting in the pocket. Don't get out of it too much. Playmaker, my drag upfield, was able to get a first down. Then I went back to the screen, but this time I went to an audible but flipped. So now he's really off his game. Now I threw an out route for the first time on him, a route that he hasn't seen out of me. So now I'm just sending the pressure his way. I'm noticing it was giving him trouble, but I was so dumb. 2nd and 21, I thought if I dropped back into max coverage, I would have had him, but he dotted me for a quick first down. Now, I didn't get to set up the play the way I wanted to on this play, because he no-huddled and my guys were all out of whack, so then he was able to get a big gain. And then boom, he was able to get to the 1, and then before you know it, that was fluke, by the way. I don't have a way to sack it. That was just fluke, just so you know. Then he's rolling to his left with Brady, throws across his body. There's a defender there, and he still scored. I was pissed about that. Back on O, I'm going to try to get into field goal range for a quick 3. There's a little user catching skill. The more agile the player, the easier to make that catch. So I'm still cruising. And now I have a chance for a field goal. I'm going to let the clock go down. This is a mistake on my part. I let him set up. I was going to let the clock go down to 3, then kick the field goal, go into half, up by 10 with ball. But, hey, playing online ranked games, you're going to get it blocked, right? Got the field goal blocked. He starts off the half with an onside kick. So he's already done 2 onside kicks. He's blocked my field goal. My guys are fumbling over there. Luckily, I recover it. So now I have good field position. Now I'm getting pissed. I really don't like him now. So I'm going to start trying to rub it in. Wheel route to Lynch. Again, first time I did that all game. Hit him with that. So I'm hitting him with new things, fresh things every time. And that's what I like about Green Bay. There's just so many different ways to attack a defense. So it's very hard for a defense to get in a rhythm on you. Now, inside the 1, this was actually a plan of mine. I was going to run the power roll. If that got locked, I was going to go into shotgun normal, but not run the screen and run the draw. And then if that got locked, I was going to come back and run the power roll real quick. This was all no huddle. This was a plan. It was a 3-play plan of mine. If I didn't get in, I was going to take my 3. But I was lucky enough to get in. Now he's back on O. Now I just have to lock up on D. I'm looking all right. Boom. Yicked him. How many times are you going to throw the play at me and I'm not going to adjust? I was kind of mad at him, so I wanted to rub it in. But this is what not to do on a drive. I had the ball at 31. I could have just ran, played a little bit more conservative, went up by 3 scores. But I was stupid, and I let him stop me. I went for a field goal, missed it. But now I started stopping the wheel routes on him. But then he started going to the tight end screen. So now he's just trying to mix in the tight end streak. I'm sorry. So now he's just trying to mix it all in. And again, I got him rolling with Brady. But this time, boom. Got him to fumble out of bounds. 3rd and goal from the 29 here. So I sat in max coverage. I knew he wasn't going to get in from here. 4th and goal. He takes his 3. I'm up by 11, but he's going to go for another onside kick. And the theme of online ranked games this year is if you're in control of the game and you feel like you have the game won and they do an onside kick, they're probably going to get it and make it a game again. So I don't get discouraged anymore with onside kicks. I used to, but it's not that big of a deal. By this point in the game, I'm pretty much caught on to what he wants to do, and I was able to pick him off again. This is like the 4th time I picked him off with the wheel routes. What I did was simple. I just put, If he would have mixed in other plays with this set, he would have had a lot of success against me. But he was just running that play with the wheel routes, and I was able to just put a light blue and a purple on each side. Now, what that did was it had the drag, it locked up the drags coming over the middle, and I was able to stop the wheel routes. Now, there were some times where I would just run a different defense, thinking that he was going to do something else, but he really didn't. He just hammered home the same play. So, I mean, once I caught on to the rhythm, it was fine. I was able to stop him. If he would have just incorporated some streaks to the tight end a little bit more, and even streaks to the slot guys, you know, with like a different route pattern, he was able to get it because I was leaving the seams open. I was just more concerned with the wheel routes. But I'm just going to keep trying to pour the score on him right now because I was very disappointed with how he conducted himself this game. So I was going to run the screen, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But I actually ran the weak pro slip screen, and I ran it wrong. So now I'm trying to make a highlight reel play. I'm just trying to make like a crazy play for the video, but I fumbled. By this point in the game, I knew I had the game locked up. Otherwise, I would never try to do that. I was just taking the scramble. But I had the game locked up there, so I was fine. So now he's starting to just run other routes, which is what he should have done all game. Like, he had the potential to really make a nice scheme out of this. 3rd and inches, I knew he was going to look to a quick wheel route, so I sent blitz from the left, bumped the other side, and he got a lucky first down on the 4th and 10, threaded the needle, and now he's just going to cruise up the field. To everyone watching this video, I do want to add, if you do have this play in your playbook with the 5 wide play that he's running this game, I would suggest incorporating that into your arsenal as well. Really good play. I wouldn't suggest running it all game, but it's definitely something that you should have in your audibles or something because it can be effective. So now I'm up. The game's pretty much over. I'm just going to let him use his timeout. He manually rushed me there to sack me. 4th and 10, I got pissed. So now I'm just going to max protect and hit with an out route on the left. Haven't done that all game. I didn't care. To be honest, I really didn't care if I didn't get it or not. I had the game won. I was pissed. So now I'm just going to be an asshole. I'm just going to rub it in his face. I'm just going to run around with Butler. And this was actually a lot of fun to do. If you think I'm scoring now, you're not even close to even being right. He's pulling his guys away, so like I'm like, all right, if you're gonna pull your guys away, I'm not gonna score. I'm in control. I'm up by 18. I could have scored like 15 times on this drive. It was fun. I think he just wanted the ball back so he could just play more offense. But yeah, as I'm running around with Butler, this was fun. I think now he's pissed. Now I think he just wants to stop it. So now he's just chasing. Now he knows it's gonna be a 2-minute warning anyway. So I'm just going to keep running. So now we're sitting in the victory formation. Ball game over. He's sending me hate mail. Nah, he really wasn't. He just said good game. I don't want to put him out like that. He was like, good game. He played well. He was a good player. I think he can be very, very good if he cut out the antics of the onside kick and blocking field goals. And if he incorporated some other plays. So I hope he does watch this video and can maybe see what he did wrong. I'm going to let him know that I put it up. But anyway, thank you for watching Road to the Top 100. We're going to be back. I'm probably going to put out a defensive dumb it down tip coming out soon, so stay tuned for that. And if you haven't checked out our Chicago defensive ebook, check it out. We've gotten great feedback on it. It's on our website, and just check it out if you can. Thank you.